Okay, good afternoon all and welcome to the course of Discrete Mathematics Structures. Today I am going to start the first unit, that is Mathematical Logics. Okay, today I am going to start mathematical first unit, Mathematical Logics. So in this Mathematical Logics, we have two topics. One is Proportional Calculus and second one is Predicate Calculus. Proportional calculus and predicate calculus. First, we are going to discuss the proportional calculus. So now we are going to learn what will be the proportional calculus. So the definition for the proportional calculus. What is a proportion calculus? This proportion, we can also call it as a statement. The statement is nothing but, so I am going to school today, this is a statement. We can call this as a proportion. Delhi is the capital of India. Okay, this is a statement. We can also call it as a proportion. Okay, so the proportions that are declarative in the nature, those statements only we are going to consider as a proportions. Like, let's see first what is a proportion. A proportion or a statement is a declarative sentence which is either true or false, but not both. A statements that have true value or false value, but not both. Those statements we are going to take it as a consideration. Those statements we are going to take it as a proportions. Okay, so these two values, true and false, are denoted by the symbols T and F. T for true and F for false respectively. Sometimes these are also denoted by the symbols 1 and 0 respectively. So 1 is for true and 0 is for false. Okay, so you got the clear understand what is a proportion. A proportion is nothing but a statement that have a true or false value. Those statements only we are going to consider as a proportions. Okay, now let's take an example. Consider the following statements. Delhi is the capital of India. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? Unmute yourself and tell me.
True, sir.
True. Yes, it is a true. Second one. Kolkata is a country. True or false?
False.
False. Next. 5 is a prime number.
True.
True. 2 plus 3 is equal to 4.
False.
False. Okay, these kind of a statements we are going to take it as a propositions or statements. Okay, so these kind of a statements, the statement that have a true or false values. Okay, true or false values, that kind of a statements we are going to take it as a consideration as a propositions. Okay, next, these are all the propositions because they are either true or false. These are all either true or false. These statements we are going to take it as a consideration. Now, next consider the following. How beautiful are you? Can you tell whether it is a true or false? Can you tell me whether it is a true or false?
No, sir.
No, we
No,
can't
sir.
tell. Okay, we can't define whether it is a true or false. Wish you happy new year. We can't define it. Can't define it.
Undefined.
X plus y is equal to z. Can we define true or false?
No, sir.
No, we can't define until unless we know the values of x, y or z. Okay, x, y, z values manam telisent varaku we can't tell this. Okay, next take one book. This is also we can't define. So these kind of statements we are not going to take as a preposition, proportionals. Okay, is it clear? What kind of statements we are going to take as a propositions? The statements that have a true or false values. That kind of a statement we are going to take it as a consideration. For this kind of a statements, we are not going to consider this as a proportions. Okay, see this. These are not proportions as they are not declarative in nature. That's why do not declare as a defined true value, true or false value. Truth values true and false. Proportional calculus. I already told you. Just a minute. Okay. I already told you proportional calculus is also known as a statement calculus. Why we are calling this as a statement calculus? We are dealing with the statements. So that's why the proportional calculus is known as the statement calculus. Okay, it is a branch of mathematics that is used to describe a logical system or a structure. With this, we are going to form the logical structure. A logical system consists of first one, a universe of proportions. Here proportions, what are proportions? Yes, proportions are nothing but statements. Okay, universe of statements, many statements. First of all, we need a universe of proportions, that is many statements. Next one, truth tables for the logical operations. To perform the logical operations, we need a truth tables. Okay, next, after that, we are going to definitions that explain equivalence and implication of proportions. After that, we are going to have a definitions, okay, of equivalence and implication. First, we are going to see 1 and 2 statements and truth tables for the logical operations. Okay, then after that, after completion of this statements, first and second, we are going to see the third one. Okay, first already we seen with the statements. What are the statements that we are going to use in proportional calculus that we have already seen. Now we are going to see the logical operations. What are the logical operations that we are going to perform in this proportional calculus? Okay, logical operations are nothing but a connectives, connection of two statements. If you're going to take a two statements with the connectives, with the help of logical operations or logical connectives, we are going to combine these two statements as a one statement. Okay, if you're going to take a two statements, okay, by these connectives, we are going to make the two statements as a single statement. Okay, so these connectives we can call it as a logical connectives. Okay, just see this. The words or paras or symbols which are used to make a proportion by two or more proportions called logical connectives or simply connectives. There are 5 basic connectives. The first one is negation, second one is conjunction, third one is disjunction, fourth one is conditional, and fifth one is biconditional. Okay, first we go with the negation. Negation in the sense not. Okay, see this. The negation of a statement is generally formed by writing the word not at the proper place in the statement. The truth table for the negation is, if P is true, negation P is false. If P is false, the negation P is true. Okay, if P is true, negation P is false. If P is false, the negation P is true. Consider the statement P. Consider the statement P. Kolkata is a city. What is the negation of P here? What is the negation of P here?
False, sir.
false. Yes, false. No. Negation.
Negation.
Kolkata is a city. దానికి
True, sir.
negation ఏం చెప్తాం? Kolkata is not a city.
And a
Am I right?
false statement. Yes, sir.
Sorry for the disturbance happening outside. Okay. So what will be the negation? Kolkata is a city. Okay. The negation of P is Kolkata is not a city. Is the negation.
False statement.
Truth table లో మీకు వచ్చేసరికి P true అయితే negation P false అవుతుంది. P false అయితే negation P true అవుతుంది. అదే స్టేట్మెంట్స్ వచ్చేసరికి ఏమవుతుంది? కోల్కతా ఇస్ అ సిటీ. ఓకే, అది P అయితే దానికి నెగేషన్ ఏమవుతుంది? కోల్కతా ఇస్ నాట్ ఎ సిటీ. ఇస్ ద నెగేషన్ ఆఫ్ P. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? Is it clear or not?
Clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Next, we go with the conjunction. Conjunction is nothing but add operation. P and Q. You already well familiar. Like union and intersection. Okay, and or. Okay, so first the conjunction of a two statements P and Q is the statement P and Q, which is read as P and Q. Okay, P and Q. Okay, if P is true, Q is true, then P and Q is true, and in all other cases it is false. True true aithe true, remaining all other cases false and P true, Q true, it is true. P true, Q false, false. P false, Q true, false. P false, Q false, false. Okay na? True true aithe true, and remaining all other conditions are false. Next, consider the following statement. P, it is raining today. Q, there are 10 chairs in the room. What is the P and Q? How we are going to write the statement for P and Q? Can you tell me? How we are going to write the statement for P and Q? మధ్యలో ఏం యాడ్ చేయమన్నాను? అండ్ ఆఫ్ యాడ్ చేయమన్నాను. రైట్? కెన్ టెల్ మీ
And sir.
what is the statement
It
for
is
P
raining
and
today
Q?
and there are 10 days.
If it is raining, it is raining today. It is raining today, and
And
there are 10 chairs in the room.
10 chairs.
Yes. It is raining today, and there are 10 chairs in the room. Okay. Now take another example. Okay, translate the following statement. Jack and Jill went up the hill into a symbolic form. Okay, you need to write this into a symbolic form. That is P and Q. P and Q form lo meeru rayali. Okay, first of all, you need to identify the P. Identify the P. What will be the P? P statement. What will be the P statement? Okay, some network disturbances. Okay, what will be the P statement? Yes, am I audible to you? Yes?
Jack, sir. P
Okay, what will
statement.
be the P statement?
Q statement, Jill went up to
Yes, Jack went up the hill, Jill went
Jill
up the
went
hill.
up the hill, sir.
So the symbolic form for this is P and Q. Okay, is it clear? Now we go with the next one. Disjunction. Disjunction symbol is OR. Okay, P or Q. The disjunction of a statement P and Q is the statement P or Q, which is read as P or Q. The statement P or Q have a truth value false. Only both P and Q have false. Otherwise, it is true. P and Q value false aithe అది false అవుతుంది, and remaining all other conditions are true. Like this, see the truth table here. True and true is true, true and false is true, false and true is true. Only one condition, that is false and false is false. Remaining all other the conditions are true. Okay, false and false ఒక్కటైతే false, remaining all other conditions are true. Okay, అదే conjunction లో అయితే true and true అయితే true, and remaining all other conditions are false. అదే disjunction లో అయితే false and false are false, false and false ఉంటే false, remaining all other conditions are true. Okay, consider the following statement. P, I shall go to the game. Q, I shall watch the game on television. Can you tell me what is a P or Q? P or Q? What will be the statement for P or Q? Come on. I shall go to the game or watch the game on television. Okay, see this, P or Q is I shall go to the game or watch the game on television. This is P or Q. Here we put or here. Okay, next, conditional preposition. If P and Q are any two statements, then the statement P implies Q, which is read as if P then Q. The symbol we are going to use is implies symbol here. Okay, P implies Q. ఈ implies ని మనం ఎలా చదువుతామంటే if P then Q. Okay, that we can call it as a conditional statement, implication or conditional connective. Okay, so implication, P implies Q మనకి ఏంటంటే if P is true, Q is false, then it is false, and remaining all other conditions are true. Again, I am going to repeat it. If P is true, Q is false. If P is true, Q is false, then P implies Q is false. True, false unte false andi, and remaining all other conditions are true. Okay? So, translate the following. The crop will be destroyed. The crop will be destroyed if there is a flood, into a symbolic form. First of all, you need to identify how many statements are there in this statement. Tell me, how many statements are there in this? How many statements are there in this?
Two statements.
Yes, two statements. First one is crop will be destroyed. That is the first statement. Will be destroyed. Second statement is there is a flood. There is a flood is the second statement. Okay, then write this into a symbolic form. Rewrite. First of all, rewrite this. If P then Q. If there is a flood, then the crop will be destroyed. Can I write like that? If there is a flood, then the crop will be destroyed. Can I write like that? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
If there is a flood,
Yes, sir.
then crop will be destroyed. Okay. So the symbolic form for the given statement is first A symbol rasam. First A rasam statement. F statement rasam. There is a flood. If there is a flood, ante first name ఏది తీసుకోవాలి? F అనేది తీసుకోవాలి. F implies C. Okay. Now, next one. So this conditional statements also have converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Let's see what is a converse, inverse, and contrapositive. So P implies Q is a conditional statement. Conditional statement ante enti? P implies Q. దానికి కన్వర్స్ రాయాలనుకోండి, what we are going to do? Q implies P. If you are going to reverse it, okay, Q implies P is the converse. Okay, negation of P implies negation of Q is inverse, and negation of Q implies negation of P is contrapositive. First, we are going to see the truth table for this. Okay, truth table for this is P and Q. I'm going to write the P as true, true, false, false, Q as true, false, true, false. Okay, so Q implies P and మనం ఎలా రాయగలం? So Q implies P values ఎలా ఏం రాస్తామండి? What will be the values for Q implies P, truth values? What will be the condition for P implies Q? True, false అయితే false. Remaining all other conditions are true. Am I right? Now ఇక్కడ చూడండి. Here Q, first you are going to take a Q, then P. Okay, Q value is true, P value is true. True, true is true. Q value is false, P value is true. False, true is true. Now Q value is true, P value is false. True, false. Now we are going to write false here. And Q value is false, P value is false. Then the P implies Q implies P value is true. Okay, only ఒకటి మాత్రం గుర్తుంచుకోండి. ఏదైనా P implies Q అన్నాం అనుకోండి, true, false ఉంటే false అండి, and remaining all other conditions are true. అలాగే Q implies P అన్నారు అనుకోండి, true, false ఎక్కడ ఉందనేది ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకోండి. So there you are going to put the false and remaining all other conditions are true. Okay, the same way, inverse. Inverse is negation of P implies negation of Q. First you are going to write the P values as a true, true, false, false, Q values as a true, false, true, false, and write the negation of P. If P is true, Q is false. Okay, the same way you are going to write it false, false, true, true, negation of Q is false, true, false, true. Now you are going to perform the negation of P implies negation of Q. So only you need to consider the true, false. Okay, you are going to identify where will be the true, false. Okay, here true, false. Okay, ఇక్కడ మీకు true, false అనేది ఉంది. అక్కడ మీరు సింపుల్ గా false పెట్టేసి and you are going to remaining all other you are going to put the truths. Okay, next, contrapositive. So contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. The same way you are going to write the values of P, true, true, false, false. You are going to write the values of Q, true, false, true, false, and then you are going to write the negation of Q. If Q is true, negation of Q is false. Okay, the apply this. Okay, negation false, true, false, true. For negation P, false, false, true, true, and you are going to identify where the true, false condition is. Here the true, false condition. Here the true, false condition. Now you are going to write false here, and remaining you are going to write the truths. Okay. Next, consider the statement. P, it rains. Q, the crop will grow. Now P implies Q. Write the statement for P implies Q. Tell me, what is the statement for P implies Q? Yes, students.
If it rains, the crop will grow, sir.
If it is rains, then the crop will grow.
Then
Yes,
the
right.
crop will grow.
Yes, right. If it is rains, then the crop will grow. Now next, converse. P implies Q ki converse enti? Q implies P. So what we are going to write? The statement for Q implies P. If the crop will grow, then there has been rain. Okay, if the crop will grow, and the Q statement, if the crop will grow, then there has been rain. Now inverse, write the inverse for this. So negation P implies negation Q. Ante not pettukovali manam. If it is not rain, okay, chudandi. If it does not rain, then the crop will not grow. Okay, next, contrapositive of a implication. P implies Q, namely negation Q implies negation P. So for negation Q, you are going to write, if the crop does not grow, then there has been no rain. There has been no rain. Okay, that's it. So we'll go do some this Example, construct the truth table for P implies Q and Q implies P. So I'm going to write the P values true, true, false, false, Q values as true, false, true, false. What is P implies Q for the true, true? True, true. Tell me. True, true is true. True, false?
False.
False, yes. False, true?
True, sir.
True. False, false?
False.
True.
True, true. Only
False.
ఒక్క కండిషన్ మాత్రమే మనకి ట్రూ
Okay.
ఫాల్స్
True. True.
ట్రూ ఫాల్స్ కండిషన్ మాత్రమే ఫాల్స్, రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ అదర్ కండిషన్స్ ఆర్ ట్రూ. నౌ నెక్స్ట్ Q implies P, ట్రూ ట్రూ
True.
ట్రూ, ఫాల్స్ ట్రూ
True.
False, sir.
ట్రూ, yes true. True
True,
false,
sir.
true false,
False.
False. True, false, false.
false, false false,
True.
True.
true. Now we are going to make an end. So P implies Q and Q implies P. So true true,
True.
true, yes. False true,
True.
false true, false. Okay, మనకి and condition లో true true అయితేనే true, remaining all other conditions are false. Okay, again next value true false,
True.
true false, and condition,
False, sir.
and condition false.
False, sir.
True true,
True.
true. Okay, so I'm going to end my session with this. Okay, so we are going to continue in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.